Please rise for the Anunian national anthem. Thank you for programming in again this week. Welcome to the second week of the LBCA, broadcasting the simulations for the league and week 2 in particular. This week's matchups are as follows. They are week 2 for the LBCA. Our first game will be West Fardia Boulder Cross at Terre XI. Anunian Capitals at the Capadia the Cap Bowl. Petersburg Boulder Cross at Midlerstad Boulder Cross. And finally, the Jeanezville Jaunes at Veña Noveau. Alright, since we're looking at those matchups, and now, as it is the second week, we will have to figure in last week's matchups and how many coin flips it'll have to be. First, we'll review last week. Last week was our first week in the LBCA, and the matchups were very lopsided to say at best, as it was our first week. Last week, just to recap last week's matchup, the Capadia Caps won, the Anunian Capitals won, the Terre 11 lost, and West Fardia lost. In the Southern League, the Jeanezville Jaunes won, Veña Noveau won, and Petersburg Boulder Cross and Midlerstad Boulder Cross both lost. Alrighty. Okay, so here's how it goes. As the second week, we'll have to figure into those 3 coin flips the win difference. The win difference will have to be plus, that amount plus 2 is how many ever the behind team has to win. Alright. And if you would like to recap the rules, please view last week's video. It'll be in the link in my account. Alright, our first game this week is West Fardia Boulder Cross at Terre XI. Alright. As they both lost last week, the simulation process will be the same as last week. Alright, we'll use 2 flips of the quarter and 1 flip of the penny. Terre will be home, so they will be tails. And our first matchup, tails. Terre is ahead 1-0. Our second flip, tails. Terre is ahead 2-0. Terre wins as a final score of 2-0. All right. Our second game is Anunian Capitals at the Capadia Caps. Alrighty. Alright. Let me review here. Anun won and Capadia won. So it'll be same procedures. Winner versus winner, best out of 3. Alright. Anun will be tails. And it is heads. Capadia is ahead 1-0. Tails, tie game. This one is for the win. Heads, and it looks like Capadia has won. Alrighty. Our next game is Petersburg Boulder Cross and Midlerstad Boulder Cross. Let me review here. Petersburg, Midlerstad. They both lost. Therefore, same procedures. First game, Midlerstad is home, there will be tails. Alright, Midlerstad is ahead 1-0. Second flip. Oh, and it goes away. Midlerstad has won the toss. Midlerstad has won their first game. Alright, and our last game will be the Jeanezville Jaunes versus Veña Noveau in our Game of the Week. For the Game of the Week, it's something new I've introduced. We'll do this a little bit differently. We'll flip 2 coins, and if they both match on the first try, Jeanezville will win. If they don't match on the first try, it'll be a draw, and if they both match tails, Veña will win. Alright, so it's a little more complicated. So both heads will be for Jeanezville, one of each will be a tie, and both tails will be for Veña. Alright, here it is. And it is a heads and a tails. So we have our first draw in the LBCA. Alright, thank you for tuning in this week. We hope we'll see you next week. Alright, have a great week, guys.